Hey y'all, I'm back. I hope that my glasses don't cause too much of a glare for y'all, but I think those contacts had to come out. So, welcome to another What Else Is Going On, aka We Go podcast YouTube video. I'm your girl, your host, Taria. I could have put this in with the other video I did, but I was like, let me just do two short ones, right? And then I think I'm gonna watch Love Island with the hubby. I normally watch it with two out of my three kids because my oldest lives in North Carolina, but we got her hooked. She watches. And then lately, almost all the nights, that it comes on, me, Corey, and then the other two kids watch it together. But child, they getting their life at the Beyonce concert in DC. Okay. Those BFFs went together. So this is just such a random thought, has nothing to do with nothing. But I'm just so proud of the fact that how close all of my kids are and how they like each other. Like they actually like spending time together. They like each other. And I mention that because when I became a parent of multiple kids, I literally said I wanted my kids to be close. And my cousin reminded me of that and was like, she loves their closeness. And she said she remembers me saying that that's what I wanted for them to like each other. I wasn't going to force it, but for them to really like each other, and they do. So, child, they getting their life to Cowboy Carter, the youngest too. Like I said, the oldest is in North Carolina because if she was up here, she probably would have went too. But anyway, let's get into this video. This is just real quick. First up, we're going to talk about Miss Nene Leakes, my forever favorite housewife. No, child, she is not perfect by far like Cordell, but I do miss her on the Housewives. But she was on Cynthia and Crystal's Humble Brag podcast. And remember when Cynthia was on Nene's show, Cynthia said, you're going to have to come on our show. So she did. So let's get into, there's just a couple of things from this that I wanted y'all to hear. So I got this clip from No Chaser TV. I may go back and listen to the entire thing and then come back and bring more to y'all if there was any more that I want to talk about. But remember, rumors were circulating about Nene doing Traitors, Nene doing Traitors. And then all of a sudden we found out Portia was doing Traitors by way of her divorce hearing when she requested. That's how I found out when she requested. Well, that got us all speculating when she requested to be virtual as well because she had a job opportunity out of the country. We were like, oh, is it Traitors? So let's get into what Nene had to say about that. Girl, I got this song in my head that I just want to listen to, play it on my phone. I won't even dare try to sing it to y'all because I know y'all probably know it, but I don't know all the words. All right, let's go.
The friend
Right.
role has evolved over the years.
Yeah, I like
And
the friend
I
role.
had, would you ever, if you ever, first of all,
Mhm.
would you ever want to ever see yourself coming back to Housewives?
Mhm.
And would you be even open to being a friend of the show?
I felt like I was a friend one season.
You was?
Yeah, remember the season where we went
At least
to?
I feel like I
well,
was.
I want to say Phaedra, Kim Fields in Jamaica. We were in Jamaica.
You were not a friend. You were
I was a friend.
holding a peach and all.
I'm gonna pause it. She was a friend. Wasn't that the season that Apollo threw Kenya in the pool? And remember, Nene and Greg had just got back together and they were all sitting around the pool. Nene had on her scarf. Wasn't she a friend of that season? She had left and then came back full time the season after that. Y'all let me know.
all
Can't
of the
remember.
promos. Nina, you were never a friend of the damn show.
I thought I was a friend one time.
Well, you thought wrong.
Okay.
You were never a friend.
Honest to God, listen, let me see.
You were never a friend.
I'm not mad at the friend role.
Okay.
I just think if I just, just answering your question,
Yeah.
if I were to ever step back on that platform and would I be a friend? I really kind of feel like, I don't know, that I would be a friend.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
would have to look at it kind of like, I like the friend role. I like the capacity. I don't have a problem with it at all. But I just would think, Nene, season 1, the first housewife, and I'm a friend.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. This is where it works for me, for someone that came on season 3.
Mhm.
I enjoy that I don't have to bring my family on the show.
Okay.
I enjoy that I don't have to bring
I love that too.
my man on the show.
I love that.
I literally just get to show up. Well, you were asked to do Traitors.
Yes, I was asked to do Traitors.
And then we heard that you were not doing it. Why did you choose not to do it?
So I was asked to do Traitors. I was really excited about doing it, by the way.
Yeah, we talked about it, but it wasn't public at that time.
Is it public now?
It is. It is
because they set the cast.
Yeah, because I think since you didn't do it, I think they took Portia.
It was Portia and Tamar.
Oh, it was always those two.
No, I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know because they did not reveal to me who the cast was going to be.
Yeah, and Portia didn't tell me either, so I was like, maybe she replaced you.
So I kind of felt like they did get Portia.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
but why didn't you do it?
I couldn't do Traitors because my son's in the hospital, and he's still in the hospital. And so my son's been in the hospital since May. Well, a blogger had said Nene did not take Traitors because the check wasn't big enough. I was like, no.
That's not true.
No, I got the check.
You got the check.
Yeah. I couldn't do it.
Well, you know what? As mothers, I get it. First of all, the friend role has evolved.
So I just want to send prayers out to Nene and to Brent. We know that Brent went through heart surgery. I believe it was last year, right? And they didn't say anything. And we knew that he had gotten sick, I believe, right? When he had the stroke. And then he got a heart transplant last year, I believe. And he had been in the hospital for a while. We didn't know. Then they came out with it. Brent had posted some videos, I believe. He seemed to be doing really well. And he had been out. And I remember Nene saying living his best life. Now she's revealing that he's been in the hospital since May. So our prayers are that God strengthen Brent's heart, that his body accepts it, and that he comes out healthy, whole, and happy, definitely. Also, when it comes to Nene in the friend role, I can understand what she was saying. I think it's a difference. It was a difference the season that she did it because she was doing her Hollywood thing and in Ryan Murphy shows and all that kind of stuff, right? So it's different if you say, I can't really be there for it like that, so I'm going to take a step back. And they're like, okay, well, we'll make you a friend of because we want you to come back. It's different than them just saying, okay, we'll offer you a friend role. If I'm not mistaken, didn't they want to do Nene how they did Tamra? And it would have potential for her to come back as a full time. They were going to like phase her out, give her like 6 or so episodes, and then kind of like basically take the next season off and possibly could come back like Tamra. But Nene was not trying to hear that. And she had some good reasons, some valid reasons as to why. But I feel her when she says, here I am, I started the franchise. And to come back as a friend of, like when Vicky came back as a friend of on the OC, and we knew how bad she didn't want to be a friend of. It was almost painful to watch. And she's not back this season, I believe. So I don't know. Could y'all see Nene in a friend of role? I'm going to tell you like this. If Nene is going to come back to Atlanta, if she were to ever come back, I personally, again, my opinion, would want her full time. I would take her how I can get her, but I would want her to be holding a peach. We all know that one housewife does not a show make, but I do believe certain housewives can get into a dynamic of a group and just spark it off. Certain housewives just have that thing. And when you get them in a group that can play off of that thing, it's gold. I believe Nene is definitely one of those housewives. And I do want to see her, Portia, Kenya, Cynthia. I want to see them all back together on my screen. Bravo, if you see this, if you must, child, you can even bring back Sheree. Sheree has never been one of my favorites, but I enjoyed her in the mix, in the group, but she's just never been one of my favorite. Looks good. Love to watch her because she's beautiful, but she's never been one of my faves. If y'all had to name top 3 housewives of Atlanta from the first season till Sweet 16, even if you felt like personally, I don't like the housewife, but I love what she brought to the show, to the dynamic. In the words of Sutton, name them. Give me your 3 in Atlanta. Mine are Nene. Okay, I'm going to say This is hard. I done made it hard for myself. I can't even say four. Nene. I'm gonna say Portia because there was some good moments with Portia. And Nene, Portia. Looking back, I'm gonna say, oh, y'all gonna get me. Okay. Look at me getting nervous. Putting out a disclaimer. I have said about Phaedra that I don't really expect anything from her. We know she's been lying since she got on the show. But back then, before it was the lies that she participated in that could really hurt people's lives, um, I always thought she was fun. I always thought she had some funny one-liners and just even her sounds, just like when Nene was like, "Don't make me call Portia," and she said, "Ooh, Jesus." So like she always had funny little lines to me. Looking back now on the show as a whole, if I had to pick, I would say Nene, Portia, and I would tie it between Phaedra and Kenya, but for different reasons. Because I'm thinking about the dynamics of the show, plugging them in back then, plugging Phaedra in now to me. Yeah, she had some funny moments this season, but it didn't do anything to move Atlanta forward for me. But overall, if I had to pick overall, I'm trying to think. Because like season 6 is one of my favorite seasons when they went, that's when they went to Savannah, right? And just the dynamic of it all. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Who are y'all three? No judgment, y'all. No judgment zone. We may judge after we get out of the comment section in the privacy of our homes. No judgment zone. Y'all let me know, y'all's. Next up, let's get into some ex Real Housewives of Beverly Hills news. Give me. Here we go. This is according to TMZ. Child, they got it on Reality Blurb everywhere. Denise Richards' husband files for divorce. Denise Richards and her husband, Aaron Pfeiffer's, is that how you say it? Pfeiffer's are getting a divorce, TMZ has learned. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Aaron filed for divorce on Monday in Los Angeles. Today. Wow. He lists the usual irreconcilable differences as the reason for the split and says the date of separation was July 4th. What, you ain't like the cookout food? Well, they have picnics. You ain't like the picnic food? The potato salad? I mean, the now former couple has been married for over 6 years. They share no minor children together. According to the documents, Aaron is seeking spousal support from Denise. He estimates she's grossing over $250,000 a month from OnlyFans. Child, let me get these toes and this teeth gap on OnlyFans quickly. TV, brand deals, and appearances. And he says he has no income. Aaron's filing gives a peek into the estranged couple's spending habits. He estimates that on average they spend $105,000 a month, including $20,000 on clothes, $18,000 on rent, $15,000 on eating out, $15,000 on entertainment, $10,000 on groceries, and $8K on utilities. And he says Denise has been footing the bill. So she's been paying for your lifestyle and you want spousal support instead of getting a job. Denise's estranged husband also wants the court to confirm some property he says belongs to him, namely Power Tools, a 2018 Indian Dark Horse motorcycle, and a Ford Shelby GT 500. Sell them. The estranged couple got hitched September 8th, 2018, and it's the second divorce for Denise. She previously divorced Charlie Sheen, and Aaron previously divorced Nicolette Sheridan. You know what? There was a part of me when I first saw the headline. Shout out to my boo, Carlos J. Harris. He sent this to me, and I had asked him. I said, I didn't read the article yet. So just reading the headline, I just went off of, you know how sometimes you can have a thought when you see a headline, then you read the article, and it's like, oh, normalizing, changing your opinion or your feeling about something based on information. I thought Was it possibly a Peggy and Deco situation? Did y'all watch Orange County when Peggy and Deco were on there? It was a couple they have been married for like 20 some years, all of a sudden got a divorce, got back together, but right before the divorce they had been having major financial issues, so they get a divorce. He gives her the assets, I believe. Y'all can correct me. I believe he gave her the assets in the divorce. He then files bankruptcy, right? Or he gave her the assets, they get divorced, and then he files bankruptcy. So it seemed like to me it was a scheme that they both set up to come to the divorce in the courts and the debtors with the BS. So they didn't lose everything. So I'm going to divorce you, but give you the assets. That's what I thought with Tom and Erica when Erica first officially announced the divorce. Like, you know where I keep this bank account, that bank account, whatever. Once the dust settles, I'm going to expect you to have held something for me. So that was like that with Peggy and Deco. So I was wondering, my initial thought was, oh, these people are trying to sue Aaron. Remember the people that said that he charged them all this money and said that he was going to heal the wife from cancer, and she ended up passing away, and they paid all these treatments, so they wanted their money back. And some other people were suing him, and they were saying they could possibly go after Denise's money. So I thought, oh, maybe he's divorcing, maybe they're divorcing in quotes to protect her. Child, maybe he didn't found himself another sugar mama and wants to get all milk this real quick and then move on. I don't know. He always seemed weird. I wanted to like him during this, like in the beginnings of this, like I wanted to, but didn't work out that way. Maybe that's what's best. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Aaron and Denise getting a divorce. Maybe she'll come back. Nah, they already filming. She ain't coming back. I think, wait, are they filming? No, they're not filming already. Is Beverly Hills filming, y'all? Maybe she'll come back as a friend of again. Maybe she'll come back full time. Um, no, because who did they get? Rachel Zoe, right? Ooh. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing Denise back in the mix if she was like a friend of like a Adriana or like a Marisol from Miami, like there all the time, like how Marlo would be. I wouldn't mind seeing how she fit in this dynamic or if she fit in this Beverly Hills dynamic. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Aaron and Denise's divorce. He gonna say she foots the bill, and then you're gonna have the audacity, the unmitigated gall. I said, but you know what? He was probably even when his marriage to Nicolette Sheridan, I wonder if he was considered like a pretty face, like the pretty boy. And these ladies paid for him. Maybe he had some good D, he looked good on their arm. He was blowing and bending them back outs. And so they paid for him. Child, a jig might be up, but he filed. So, and just on Monday. So I guess we'll see. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know what y'all think about Nene. Could y'all see her in a friend role on Atlanta? And let's continue to send prayers up for Brent and for Nene and her strength dealing with this. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. See ya. Y'all ready for the Atlanta reunion? I kind of am. Kind of like, All right. See ya.